Welcome guys to the first battle report. In this battle report I will be showing my first game of the Fantasia Fanatic number 49, where I faced Jimmy Nordqvist and his Flesh Eater Courts. I showed the lists in the beginning, and if you want to go back, just look at them. I went through my list a bit in my previous video, but I was playing my Ogors. And yeah, this is gonna be the first time I do this thing, so it's gonna be kind of bare bones, all of these videos I think, but it's an interesting thing to do anyway. And I'm sorry if I stumble on my words and mumble a bit, but I'm trying my best. So yeah, anyway, I was facing Jimmy. He's a known opponent to me. I've played him quite a few times. He's always very lovely, a very good opponent. I love facing him. And he's what I consider a Flesh Eater specialist. He plays them a lot and he plays them very well. He knows his list. He knows his book, I should say. He plays a lot of different Flesh Eater lists. And about his list then, yeah, he uses a lot of Crypt Guard, a lot of Foot Soldiers with 3 big monsters, Hushoran, as Terrorgeist and the Zombie Dragon. Abhorrent Ghoul King or Terrorgeist to be specific. And it has all the trimmings. Super scary. Super scary. But yeah, we went into the battle. I had a rough plan in the beginning, which kind of went down the drain, as you will see in a few moments. I decided to take the first turn, so I got the choice. We had the same amount of... No, I had less drops than him, actually, yeah. So I got to choose. And I decided to take the first turn, which... yeah, you'll see. Because I had this idea when I played with Breathful that I like taking the first turn, and sometimes it pays off. Because I can be kind of aggressive and take more objectives and force my opponents more to make mistakes and overextend and maybe bait them into taking a double, which will unlock my Wrathful Step 2. It's not the best strategy, but it works sometimes. And as you can see, we deployed far up on the line here. Sent up my cannon without any screens or anything as well, because I knew I had the first turn, so I would create my own screens. And the plan was to move up and present my Gluttons and have Iron Guts as a backup for his clapback. But what happens is I get a feeling, in my body that I must do a charge, so I try to charge with my army. Because I figured if I can charge with both my Gluttons and my Iron Guts early on in, especially if I can connect into his Crypt Guard with both of them and then double activate my Iron Guts, I can clean off the Crypt Guards with my Gluttons and then double activate my Iron Guts into his Shoran and, that'll be that. But what happens is my Gluttons don't reach, they don't charge far enough. But my Iron Guts reach his throne. They actually reach a bit further, but I decide to stay outside of 3 inches from his Crypt Guard, so I can pile into them. And it kind of leaves Jimmy with this choice. He can save his command points and decide to, brace it, or he can gamble and countercharge and hope to roll a 3+ on his die to get the Crypt Guard to strike first into my Iron Guts. Jimmy then, he proceeds to do that. He countercharges, he gets a good countercharge, he moves up quite far, and he rolls the 3+. So he gets strike first. Ah, shucks. It's looking grimmer and grimmer for me. Yeah, after he did the counter charge as well in the fight phase, before he got the strike first, I also choose to do the double activation on my Iron Guts. Because I figured there wouldn't be many left, if any at all, so I figured I would get as much as possible out from them before they die. But yeah, he strike first, he activates into me, he kills 4 Iron Guts, and leaves me with 4. Which is quite enough, as you can see here. I wipe off his Crypt Guard with my Iron Guts. Double activate into them, clean them off. And I'm left with a pretty bad spot here. I didn't want this to be like this because I mean I had a lot of plans in my head where this would go, but this was not it. I have a fairly okay backline. I summoned in a Flaming Skull to screen off my back from his Zombie Dragon, and I have kind of exposed my cannons and butcher, but not overly much. But the thing is, his Terrorgeist and Ashoran has a highway straight into me, which I know he will take, and yeah, I will lose at least the rest of my Arrogats and my Gluttons, and probably my cannon and my butcher. And what happens in his turn then? Well, he goes to Chanting. He did a counter prayer in my turn, so we had 3 points, I believe, banked up. And he had a choice. He could pray and give Ashoran more damage on his profile, or pray for big prayer and hope to get double activation on his Aborn Ghoul King. And of course, Jimmy, he plays ball, so he goes for the double activation. And he gets it off. Oh man, here he comes. And he proceeds to move in with his Priestess. He gets a good charge of his Zombie Dragon 2 that deploys 9 inches from my skull. He charges into it and then jumps on with his Rampage into my Gluttons and Cannon. Ashoran comes in, Terrorgeist comes in, and he manages to charge in with some Crypt Guards as well into my Butcher. The one thing for me that I did that was helped me is that I got my Burger Lust off with my subfaction to move my Iron Guts closer to his Crypt Guard. But yeah, this picture kind of tells a tale. It did not go well. He scores full points in his first round, and as you can see, I only scored 7 points primary, 5 on battle tactic, that being Wrathful. He scores 5 for primary and 10 on battle tactics. And what happens then? Turn 2. He takes a double. Can't blame him. And he wipes my army. I have nothing left. He kills everything. Yeah, I mean, after the first round of combat and his double, I had nothing left. His Zombie Dragon went down after clearing stuff in the middle in the first round, and in the second round he was surrounding my faction terrain, preventing my Slaughtermaster from coming down after they destroy it, and yeah, I had nothing left. He wiped me. Besides my Gorgers. Which I tried to get a charge in to get the Restless Step 1 to take his home objective. I failed. They can't deploy close enough because he screens a bit with his horses there. So I can't deploy on his objective, and I can't get the 5 points. And I decided to double him. Just to get primary. I figured Restless was screwed. If I didn't manage to charge, I would never get it. So I double him, move on to the point to score 5 primary points. Heck yeah. And then he surrounds me. Story of the match. Surrounded by big dragons and Ashoran. And he kills me. And he scores 75 points to my 27. Good game. Jimmy was a great opponent. We had a good time. We laughed a lot. his army got to do what it was meant to do. My army died. But it was a good match. I made some crucial mistakes in the beginning, of course. I feel like I have a good showing into Flesh Eaters, yeah, kind of, with some tech. Shoran is kind of a bully. I have to play around his strike loss thing with pile-ins and double activations and whatnot, or the cannon, of course. But it's a hassle. It's a hassle to deal with. But yeah, he wrecked me. Two glass hammer armies facing each other. This is what happens. So starting off with a loss, then, yeah. A little bit disheartened. I can't say that enough. It felt rough with the first match being such a big loss. But yeah, we move on to the next game, and I hope it was at least somewhat interesting, and my rambling didn't confuse you too much. And I hopefully will see you in the next game. See ya.